Research. Many people tell you to do your own, but when they say do it on your own, DYOR, I just laugh because they don't ever show you how. Because those fake researchers on YouTube, the other crypto tubers, don't know how to do it themselves. They cannot DYOR because they just copy and paste. Well, here's something for them to snap a quick picture of because it's time for Chico Crypto. Cryptocurrency research. There isn't much information on how to do such a thing. There are no solid tutorials, and the biggest media outlets put out garbage. So what's the average Joe to do? Well, of course, watch us, Chico Crypto. And this research tool we show today will lead us directly to an undervalued altcoin on page 100 of CoinGecko. It's a 1-2 punch win-win situation episode. So let's get right into it. What is the research tool? That is a token, which is on the top 100 cryptos of CoinGecko. Well, it's way down there, scrolling down to number 59. That is the graph. 58 cryptos above it, the graph, and a majority of them don't even have 1% of the work this protocol does, which means there is room to grow for this one. But first, what is the graph? Well, it's a key piece of Web3, a decentralized querying and indexing protocol for the major blockchain networks. If a DApp wants to communicate with, say, Ethereum or even IPFS, a subgraph is created, which is basically an open API that makes the DApp's data easily readable and available. And I've covered the graph on so many occasions, even before it was listed on CoinGecko. One of the first times was November 2020. Let's see what I said before the token was public.
Over the summer. And since, the graph has been exploding in their subgraphs, you guys. So, ENS, Moloch, Compound, V2, Lipeer, Marketplace, Melon, B-Token, USDC, Synthetics, Maker. It goes on and on and on and on and on, you guys. So, the graph is actually launching a token, GRT token, you guys. It's going to be massive. It's going to be a bigger, one of the big projects, you guys. One of the projects that's integrated with almost every DApp.
I said it was going to explode. The graph was going to be massive. Pulling out the price chart since launch, that is true. It's exploded on multiple occasions, and the chart is oh so bullish. Why? Well, it did what else I was saying.
One of the big projects, you guys. One of the projects that's integrated with almost every DApp.
It integrated itself with almost every DApp, which leads us right into how the graph is one of the best crypto research tools. Because yes, it is integrating itself with every DApp, including the new game-changing ones. The graph has a subgraph explorer with all the big DApps, and it includes the community subgraphs, aka the research hub. This includes a very nice sort feature to enhance your research. Sorting by deployed subgraphs, we can see a recently deployed one with a name we recognize, Kleros. This one's called Proof of Humanity. Clicking into it, it shows us some stats. It's on the mainnet. Recently updated. The graph was created a month ago and has over 7,100 entities, aka it's being used. So number one, this is good research as it leads us to Kleros. Kleros is a misunderstood DeFi star. It has a DeFi jury and arbitration layer, where they have created standards for this. The arbitration standard, ERC 792, which is reinforced by the evidence standard for DApp dispute resolution, ERC 1497. What this dispute and arbitration layer is a video in of itself. What we are worried about is the Proof of Humanity subgraph. Well, Kleros announced it with a blog about a month ago when the subgraph was deployed. The blog was titled, Introducing UBI, Universal Basic Income for Humans. The blog states, UBI is the first application to be built on top of the Proof of Humanity registry, an anti-Sybil attack tool designed by Kleros. Then going to the Proof of Humans landing page, we can see it's a trusted collaboration between Democracy Earth and Kleros, unlocking a bunch of new crypto possibilities through digital identities. Scrolling down to the UBI token, you can earn it with 3 pools. 2 liquidity mining ones, pools 2 and 3, but the important one is pool number 1. In this pool, 1 UBI is given away every hour for every human. How do they know that you are human? Well, that consists of going to the application and creating a human profile, which includes both video and image confirmation, and even an Ethereum deposit, which you get back after successful confirmation. But there are more checks, as this is a registry. Users vouch for others' users within the registry. This web of trust adds greater protection to the whole system, and it's up to the users to vouch for other users. There is no incentive. But here's where the fun comes in. Challenging. Registered users can vouch for other users, but they can also challenge the new users pending submissions that they think don't comply with the requirements for acceptance. A challenger has to put down a deposit to challenge, but if they win and it's a bad profile, they get their challenge deposit back plus the deposit of the profile who signed up. And these challenges happen with Kleros technology. So there is a big incentive. So I don't know about you, but I'm signing up for my 1 UBI per hour, and I hopefully get vouched for soon, adding myself to the ever-growing map of interconnected humanity, receiving a basic income while vouching for and securing the human registry. The map is big, so realize this is a groundbreaking experiment happening on Kleros. People are not waiting for the government to do UBI, and guess what? The Graph Subgraph Explorer led us right to this. But how about the Graph Subgraph Explorer leading us to more? Well, one has been updated since we checked out Kleros Proof of Humanity. That is Gelato's digital limit orders. This is new, created 10 hours ago, and just updated within the hour. It is powering limit orders on DEXs through the Gelato network. Well, going to Gelato's website, they say they are Ethereum's automation protocol, a tool for automating smart contracts like limit orders. aka swappers like Uniswap could have limit orders very soon, as the devs will have easy integration code. But you want something right now with Gelato? Well, its power is being seen. I hope you know of Instadapp, the DeFi smart wallet and interface for DeFi. Well, Instadapp has surged on DeFi Pulse and is the number 7 largest product on that website with over 2.5 billion in TVL. Going to the TVL chart over time, it exploded beginning in February. What happened with Instadapp in early February? Well, they tweeted about it. Instadapp actions were deployed, automation with some of their vaults, and more automation to come, powered by Gelato. So damn, Chico, where's the token? Where is the cryptocurrency? Well, there isn't one yet, but I gotta thank this slice of toast for the leak. They tweeted, the team over at Gelato Network have been dropping some alpha leaks over the Telegram for the last few months, which have gone largely ignored by most people except for Toast. They go into some of the alpha stuff with the project, but then they say, my point of all this? Gelato Network is heading towards a V2 upgrade of their protocol, with some hints having led me to believe will include a utility token. Take, for example, this chat with the team with a title mentioning a compound-based DAO and a governance token. Ooh! And then below, another leak from a chat. A team member may be saying hush in reply to a token question. So that is how you do some research. The tools of DeFi leading you to other DeFi tools and tokens. And our Chico toolbox just keeps on growing. Cheers. I'll see you next time.